Welcome to Horror Makes Us Happy, the podcast where we ask the question, what is it about horror that makes us happy? Your hosts are Steve Becker and myself, Chris Whitman, and you can find out more about us at our website, horrormakesushappy.com. You've got a link tree there and all sorts of links to links and other links, and also links to episodes of prior guests that you can check out if you want. Before we get started, this is the trigger warning. This is a horror podcast, and we talk about horror things, so we could delve into sensitive subjects that involve violence and curses words and things like that. So that is what this show is about. It's actually not all the show is about. It's more of a interesting psychological delve into what exactly it is people like about horror, but that can sometimes veer into sensitive subjects. So we do this disclaimer. But with that out of the way, on with the show.
Yes. Today we're talking to Mr. Demian Rugna, writer, editor, and director, best known for Terrified, Satanic, Hispanics, and When Evil Lurks. Welcome.
Yes, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me here.
Our pleasure. Before we get into the meat of the interview, you want to let people know what you're currently working on?
Okay, what I'm working on, I'm in around 8 projects.
8 projects, wow.
Yeah, 8 projects, because I already done 3 scripts that I'm waiting for the green light from different producer studios. I'm in development of another 3 more. I don't know. I'm really, really busy, but I'm just waiting for some definition, because I've been involved in the remake of Terrified the last 3 years.
Remake, okay.
Yeah, remake.
Like an English remake, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. I've been involved in the remake of Terrified before. I mean, in 2018. For Satanic Picture and the production of Guillermo del Toro, but finally the times and the pandemic ends the project, and then another producer took the rights, pushing me to direct the new remake. I mean, the second chance for the remake. Okay. And so I'm involving with that during the last 3 years, and I'm waiting to know what is going to happen. The studio is Skydance. It's a big studio.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of them.
Well, we will hope for the best.
Yes.
Thank you.
This interview is less about your body of work and more about what you yourself have been a fan of. But that said, if your work comes up, that's fine. We're not opposed to that. But most of the conversation will probably be about stuff you were a fan of. But it's not meant to be a therapy session either. So if there's questions that you don't want to answer, you can say pass and we'll move on. But starting with childhood, what were some of your earliest memories of scary things?
From movies?
Or real life, either one.
Real life, my medical controls. I don't know. My colonoscopy.
That's very scary.
Yeah, but I guess the last time I really scared watching a movie was The Ring and Shuon movie. Both of that movies really scared me. Even the remakes. And yes, that was my. But it was a long time ago. That means there's not a lot of movies that really scare me.
What was the second one? It was The Ring and what else?
Ju-on. It's the original.
Oh, Ju-on, yeah.
The Grudge. Grudge is, I guess, in English is a Grudge.
Yeah.
I don't know. My English is not so good.
Yeah, it's okay.
No, you're fine. I just didn't hear it.
Okay, that's good.
How old were you when you saw those?
How old I had when I saw?
Yes.
I don't know. It was 10 years ago, 12 years ago, 15 years ago, and now I'm 46. So I guess it was 30 years old.
Okay. How about childhood? Do you remember anything scary from your childhood?
My childhood. Yeah, of course. The Exorcist is really, and it's my favorite movie of horror movie. I mean,
yes.
When everybody, and I guess it's one of your next questions. I guess it's in my top list in the number 1 as the more horrific movie in the genre. Yeah, that and Poltergeist. I guess both of that movies. And do you remember the movie? I can't remember in English how is that movie, but I guess it's The Entities. It's a ghost, invisible ghost who's raped a woman in the 80s movies.
The
Entity.
Is it called?
Oh,
Yeah, I think it is called The Entity.
Yeah.
The Entity. Yeah, that's really scared me too. Yeah, I get that 3 movies. I remember very well.
Never ceases to amaze me how many people see the Exorcist at a very young age. That's a graphic film to see as a child.
Yeah, but I had a problem when I was a child. That movie, I tried to watch it when I was a child. I don't know, maybe 5 times, because it was repeated in the TV, or probably my father rented the movie in VHS,
Mhm.
and I never could watch that movie entirely.
Oh, yeah.
So I saw it again, and I see for my first time from 0 minute to the end,
Mhm.
at the 17 years old, and I say
That's more acceptable than, like, we've talked to some people who saw the entirety at like 6. So 17, I think, is a better age.
yeah, but because I always say when I was child and my teenage,
Mhm.
I said yes, I saw The Exorcist a lot of times, but no, I never saw it complete, because all the time I was okay, I abandoned, or probably I cover my head with something. That's why I still choosing this movie as the more horror movie, the best horror movie for me.
Did you always abandon at the same place or different places?
No, different places. Different place, yes.
Okay.
Progress.
Yeah.
Progress, yeah.
It's condition therapy. Yeah.
Yes. What about Poltergeist? What'd you like about Poltergeist?
Yeah. Poltergeist is one of my favorite movies in my Chinese, because I don't know, it was for me it was fantastic. I guess it's one of the top of that scare me, and that is a collectively. I don't know who is in English good, because when I saw the movie, and the next day, in TV. And the next day, on my partners of my college, I don't know if college or school, and when you have 8 or 9 years old, we're scared as fuck. So I make I don't know. It's what is the worst part for me when I was child from this movie. I guess is when the investigators start to make with his hands. I don't know how to say in English. Destroy his head.
Yeah,
with
cloud his face off.
Yeah, it was
Scratch.
Scratch. That's incredible moment. But all the tension on the movie, the things that moves, and it was a really good inspiration for Terrify, because I really love Poltergeist, and when I thought what movie I need to make, I said we need. I mean, as an Argentinian guy, my country needs a movie as Poltergeist, and I said, yeah, I need to go in that direction. And it was mid to 2000, and before I shoot it, the paranormal movies was a big success after Paranormal Activity. It was I don't know, 5 years of this kind of subgenre get fashionist, and I said, oh no, I now I don't need to make that movie. Nobody cares. Yeah, but another movie, I don't know how to say, but because if you ask me what movie really I love and make me filmmaker, for truly were two movies that is not Poltergeist, is not Exorcist. One actually is not a movie; it's a TV movie.
Okay.
Called B. You remember that?
Oh,
Michael Ironside.
B like the insect?
Or V like the alien
aliens.
lizard people. Yeah, V.
Yes.
Lizard people. Yeah, that made me fell in love with the genre, because for me it was really excellent mix in between sci-fi and horror, because those aliens were really scared. Has red eyes and lizard skin, and mid 80s.
Yes.
I had I don't know 8 years old. But it was incredible for me. I'm still a big fan of that movie.
Mhm.
I mean, I have a gun of that
Oh, yeah?
series. Yeah, I made myself when I was 10.
Hmm.
I have 2 meters from me here now, and I will use it. And another movie was the Friday 13 Part 3, because it was the first one that I saw of Jason.
Mhm.
And I said, oh my God, this is what I want. This is gore. I never saw a gore movie before. And I say, okay, this is what I want.
If I'm not mistaken, I think 3 was the first one with the hockey mask too.
Correct.
Yeah, the first time that he used it, it's a 3D movie. So you see the movie now, and you can see the I don't know the effects, how the camera trick for 3D, and it's horrible, but it's funny.
Yeah.
It's a little dated by now, but
Yeah.
it was great at the time.
Yes. It's been a little while.
Yeah.
Let's see. Was there ever a time in your childhood when you were terrified of something in real life?
Probably yes. I don't know. My I always said my father was some kind of curandero down here, and I used to be, which is no common. I mean, it's no common in Argentina have a father curandero, but probably Mexico, yes, Mexico, and or probably Brazil is more common to have it, and that religion culture is more affected by mystical, but no in Argentina, which it make it special. My when I was kid, because my father had a temple. He practiced some kind of exorcism, some kind of I don't know how to say. The spirit go to a person and invite him and possess the person for a couple of hours, and I saw that as a ritual.
Wow.
But I always found it funny, and I hate at the same time that religion, because it took my father away from me.
Yeah.
But that's probably when I was kid, my relationship with the occultism. But I don't remember if something scared me for real when I was kid.
Okay.
Just playing with my friends. But no, I remember when I was kid. In Argentina, we are really big fan of soccer, and a big fan of soccer. And my team is Vélez Sarsfield, and the goalkeeper of that team made an incredible goal from 16 meters, and I heard it from radio. The guy from radio said it's the most incredible goal that I saw, and probably a goalkeeper won't make another goal like this in the history of the soccer. So I've been really expected to watch the repetition in the TV at 12 at midnight, because the goal and the best plays it in the TV at night.
Replays.
And I've been waiting for that goal. It's coming now. We're gonna see the goal. And I say to my sister, this gonna be incredible. The only thing that could happen is the power supply goes off.
Oh no!
And I
And
said
that's exactly what happened.
I said off, and entire town.
Oh no!
That scared me. That really scared me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that would scare me too.
that was a frustration, because I couldn't see the goal, and at the same time, say,
A lesson.
but I did something. I don't know what I did, but it was a strange part of my childhood.
What about the opposite? Was there ever a time in your childhood when you felt exceptionally calm or safe or blissful, happy?
Nice question. Yeah,
That's a good follow-up question to that one.
my shrink. I don't know. I guess always with my mother, take care of me, and I guess it's always the same. Yes, I guess always my mother's hands hugging me was the place that I
Safe place.
felt safe place. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Understandable.
Yeah.
So the next two questions are also a pair. Start with the negative so we can end in the positive. Do you remember the first person you hurt?
I hurt many people.
As a
I
kid?
guess as a kid, I was bullied with with Martucci guy.
Mm.
I was bullied with a guy, but I'm not. I wasn't the guy who executed that. I was the brain for the
Mm.
bully. I was the
Okay.
I was a fucking architect for the jokes for this kid, and he lost me because I wasn't the guy who executed.
Oh,
But
no.
yes, yeah, I was in 8, 9 years
Mm.
old. School friendship, well, I don't know if friendship. No, but we have a good relationship till now.
Mm.
But I was really bullied with him, and I guess he was the first, and probably I don't know, when I was a teenage, I failed a girlfriend. Probably I betrayed her,
Mm.
and probably it was another one.
Okay.
Yes, but I used to be yeah, the brain of bully of a couple of friends,
Okay.
and I don't know if I regret, because I enjoy a lot.
You're also a kid too.
Yeah, exactly. It's part of childhood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember the first person you helped? The bully?
maybe.
Well, he was on the ground. I took his hand. I guess friends were couple of friends who had a problem with his girlfriend and broken hearts. I guess I help from them. Yeah, because when you was kid, yes, I remember that. But I remember that because this guy remembered me all the time. That you, I don't know how to say in English, or how is the name in English, but it's some kind of cards from superheroes.
Trading cards?
Trading cards, yes.
Yeah.
Trading cards, DC superheroes, and I was in the school, and the teacher avoid us to have the card, because we as kids are playing in the classroom all the time.
Right.
And one day the teacher took the cards from a friend of mine and broke it in a
Oh.
lot of parts around, and yes, threw the card to the garbage. And after the class, I took those cards and I bring them to my house and I stitch it with scotch.
Mm-hmm.
And the next day, I gave him the cards stitched. So paste.
Yeah.
That was very nice of you.
Yeah. My friend always remember that as kind of, yeah. The card doesn't was destroyed anyway. It was horrible, but he remembered that as a good gesture from me. And this guy were the at the end of the time the actor from Terrify and Whenever Lurks.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, Demian.
So you guys have been friends that long, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
Demian Salomon was my one of my first friends when I was 6 years old, and he used to be in my movies because he became actor, and he still remember that moment till now. That's why I'm remember that.
It was a good one.
Yeah.
So let's see. I forgot to ask about the entity. What scared you about the entity?
When the scientist trying to freeze that entity. But I guess what's the attacks? What's the attacks for to the woman? How explicit it was, and the progressivity. I saw that movie a long time ago, so I can't remember exactly. But I remember how is desperate the attack to that movie in this from this invisible entity. increase, and nobody care from her or don't trust on her what she said. And finally, we see that the entity is attacking her as a real rape. That was really shocking for me. I remember that moment, but yes. I said, oh, I won't see this movie. I guess I saw the movie twice when when it was when I was a child, and I guess I saw it 20 years ago again. But it was a really good inspiration for Terrify, because this invisible entity inspired me probably to make the bathroom scene.
Okay, we try to stick to the interview questions and psychological part of this, and I try not to fanboy as much with some of our guests, but I did want to ask at some point about specifically that scene, what may have inspired you, because I don't think I've seen, I mean, aside from things in films like The Exorcist or Poltergeist or Entity, but nothing quite that visceral and violent with an invisible force just throwing someone around like a rag doll. It's just very effective. Very well done.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I tried to be violent in that scene. Yes, because the what I wanted is okay. I don't know if I don't know if people gonna scared of this movie when I saw that movie, no. But I need something that really motivate to the audience to do not repeat it. I mean, I want to show something, and I need the audience praying to do not repeat this again.
Like the dog.
Yeah, as the dog. Yeah, probably the dog is the same. You mean whenever Lurks?
Yes.
Yeah, I something like that. Because with Terrify, I choose to place that scene of bathroom scene at the beginning, and I said, now I from this scene I will get the audience in my hand, because I know they don't want to see this again. And with whenever Lurks was I don't know, probably at the 30 minutes or 40 minutes of the movie, that scene, but the construction of the first act is something going to happen, gonna be terrible, something going to happen and gonna be terrible, and when you see that kind of movie, that's something going to happen, nothing happened. And I said, I need to show these people I'm not choking, and that's why. I mean, these people, the audience. I need to show the audience I am not joking with them. This is real horrible, and it's something similar, yes, but in different perspective is using in different moments.
Yeah, different timing in the Entity too, and I think loss of agency is a huge thing in the Entity because, like you said, no one believes her. Everyone takes her for granted. It's very similar to also Rosemary's Baby, where you have that one person who has this terrible thing happening to them, and no one will take their side or believe them. And also, there's the fact that it's invisible, so you can't tell where it's coming from.
Yeah.
Well, that was kind of all the questions for the childhood section. What about teenage years? You mentioned seeing The Exorcist again at 17. Was there any other movies that stood out to you from your teenage years?
John Carpenter's The Thing. I saw it when I was a teenager, and it blew my mind. Hellraiser movie blew my mind also.
Yes.
And something that happened when I was a kid with Terminator.
Okay.
My I don't know who's the fucking guy who said to my grandmother, "This is not a movie for a kid." And I don't know how my grandmother convinced to my mother to not allow me to watch that movie. And it was a really big frustration because the next day all of my friends saw the movie in the TV.
You're the one who hasn't seen it. Yeah.
And I say, do you see it? Yes, of course. Because if you say you couldn't see it, you're an asshole.
What was your favorite part? The part with the
same
robot. Yeah, the same one you liked.
Yeah. So I tried to reconstruct the movie from from the comments from my friends during a year, because when I wasn't a kid who goes to the theaters. I used to watch movie in the TV or VHS, and when I was a kid, I doesn't have the VHS, so the movies in my TV, and the repetition of the movie, you need to wait around 6 months or 1 year, and I was a long time expecting to see that movie. I guess I've been lying during a year. I saw Terminator. It was a really big frustration for me, but when I saw it, it was really one of my favorite when I was kid. And I guess also when I was a teenage, I guess it came Terminator 2, and Terminator 2 was incredible for me, and probably the first movie from Guillermo del Toro inspired me a lot.
Which one did you see first?
I see first Kronos. It was weird to watch that movie, but I saw it. Was the first one that I saw. Then I guess the next one that I really fell in love was the Devil Backbone, and after that I became a fanboy from him, which was incredible because he produced me the remake of Terrify years and years, decades after that. And Pan Labyrinth was one of my probably best movie from all the years during a decade. But I don't know if I was a teenage. I was around 25. I don't know.
It's more adulthood.
Yeah. Okay. What did you like about The Thing?
Sorry?
What did you like about The Thing? John Carpenter's.
The Thing. I saw it with my grandmother.
Okay.
Saturday midnight Saturday from the TV, and it was incredible. And I'm trying to remember what I felt when I saw it, not what I think now. But it was magic. Saturday 1 a.m. late night with my grandmother beside me watching a movie. Probably I don't know. But the problem, she always gets sleep in the chair and snoring loud. Yeah, that scared me more than the movie.
I was just going to say, like, would the snoring take you out of it because it brings you out of the movie, or would it startle you because maybe there's a quiet scene, a very tense scene, and all of a sudden,
and it was more long snare.
Just like the Beast in The Thing. Okay, it works. It's 5D,
But it always worked because I used to watch the novel. I don't know his novel. How say the from afternoon TV show from I don't know from here, which romantic, and she always
soap operas,
telenovela,
yeah. She always gets sleep and snoring even at afternoon. But the problem was when I saw The Thing, because it was late night and horror movie, and she's snoring. I was incredible. But yes, I found a very very different movie from for me was a big surprise, and always I remember all of that movies as Alien, as Show, as Critters, because what I did when I was a child and even when I was teenage was watch a movie and after watch it, draw it as in a comic trip, and I still have it that comic trips. Inspired me. I made a lot of remakes in my comic trips, and yes, Jason, Freddy, Nightmare, and Helm Street. Those movies. I guess I'm really, really grateful for the decades that the time that I grew up watching this kind of movie. For me, was the 80s and the early 90s was the best fantasy movies period of time,
Mhm.
and I'm very thankful to grow up in that period of time.
It was a great time for horror movies, that's for sure.
So you were
I mean,
sorry, go ahead.
Nah, go ahead.
I was just going to make the joke that he was storyboarding from a very early age.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, even I thought I was a director, and I gave to my comic trips Oscars, and probably I have earned, I don't know, 30 or 40 Oscar. I'm the director who won more Oscar in the story of the industry. But yes, and even when I finished the comic trips, the comic, I draw, written and directed by Demian Rugna. Yeah,
That's fantastic.
yeah,
Well, you got to give yourself credit.
Yeah. Credit where credit is due.
Right.
yeah.
Let's see. What'd you like about Hellraiser?
Wow, all right.
What did not like about it?
Right.
Yeah, first body horror I saw, I guess.
Really? You think?
I guess, yeah, because it's the how the torture of this guy in the basement. It was a basement, I guess. I don't know, but I don't know how to say in English that kind of. Do you used to fish?
Fishing hook.
Fishing hook.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and taking the skin of this guy with these elements was really horrible. And so I was a big fan of Hellraiser. Then Hellraiser 2 was a shit. I hated it. But the first one really scared me. The first one really scared me. I became a big fan of Cliff Barker and started to read everything of his horror Book of Blood. And even he made another movie that I consumed in that period of time called Nightbreed. I don't know
Yes, Nightbreed. Have you seen the extended version?
No, I guess no, because I saw in that time. But I became really big fan of that movie, and even I rent the VHS to show that movie to a friend of mine, which is not normal for me, because I needed from him to become fan of that movie too.
Yes.
Yeah, and it was incredible that time. Cliff Barker and Nightbreed and Hellraiser. But yes, I remember as my father saying, "No, it's too much." He said, "No, I guess it's too much," because he's really big fan of horror movies, more for Critters or more for Gremlins or. Another that he was really fan and we saw it together was the Wes Craven Serpent and the
Serpent and the Rainbow.
Yes. Serpent and the Rainbow. Yeah, because my father was the same, similar. Not the same, but he was a curandero, and the cult of the African cult was really engaged him, and he was really young. Yes, and I saw it with him, and really. It was incredibly the final scene. I don't remember very well, but I guess the bad guy was in a chair, and something of nice was flying to this guy, and I guess this guy was burned in that chair. I don't remember. I have confusion, but it was for me one of the Wes Craven best movies, and was one of the really shocking me movie in my childhood. Yes, I saw a lot of movie when I was a kid of horror, and when I was 8 or 10 years old, this was around late 80s. It wasn't easy to watch horror movie for a kid. Now you can see a movie in your phone. You can have chatter in us, and I don't know, in your laptop, and you watch the horror movie that you want. But when I was a child, you need to wait to the TV or rent VHS.
Or go to the theater, and if you go to the theater, you're not old enough, or if you go to the VHS section, they say, "Hey, you're not allowed back in that room."
Exactly. That's why my father was the guy who ran the movie. But yes,
Mhm.
I wasn't the guy for theaters. I no used to go to theater when I was a child.
Mhm. I wanted to ask because since you brought up your father again and the curandero, you mentioned the phrase you said was "it took your father away from you," and I didn't know if you meant like permanently or just because he was going away on like business trips and you didn't get to see him.
It was because he was obsessed with the religion.
Mm-hmm.
Probably the time I had my parents divorced,
Mm-hmm.
and I live with my mother, and I see my father during the weekends. And during the weekend, he had a lot of activity from the religion, and I felt he was obsessed with religion, and he doesn't pay the attention that I needed when I was a
Mm-hmm.
kid.
Okay.
Yeah.
And finally, my father died when he abandoned the religion when I was 12 years old. And but it was weird because he said, "I'm gonna die." During the last 6 months after before he died, in some point he knows he gonna die. I don't know if because he knows he gonna have a heart attack, but he had. Yes, that's why. But it's more for. I guess he didn't pay a lot of attention when he was involved in that relation, and I hate that.
Mhm.
That's why I hate that relation in that time.
Right. Okay.
Understandably.
Yeah. I was going to ask about Kronos.
Kronos.
It's interesting, maybe some connections there now that I'm thinking about your father unfortunately passing away and, you know, the whole thing with Kronos' immortality.
Mhm.
Yeah. I can't remember what age I had when I saw it again with my grandmother,
Mhm.
and she was the main character is an Argentinian actor. This is a Mexican movie, but the main character is Federico Lupi, who was big famous down here in Argentina.
Ah.
I remember I started to watch that movie because that actor with my grandmother, and I don't know what it's about. I start to watch the movie and I say, "What? But this is a horror movie. This is incredible." And I rewatch it again without my grandmother, and I really appreciate how Guillermo del Toro loves movies,
Mhm.
how he used the camera
Yeah.
movements, how is the production designer, even in that time, even in his first movie. And yes, I learned a lot from that movie as filmmaker also.
Del Toro definitely has an eye for the cinematic.
Yeah. I remember the one scene that I can't remember the name of the main character from Federico Lupi actor.
Jesus Gris.
Chris?
Gris.
Chris.
That's what Wikipedia says anyway.
Okay. You're quick
Like-
for Wikipedia. He pushed something from the table, a glass of something, and this I don't know why he pushed it, and this glass falls and it's broken. And at the end of the movie, he falls through I don't know what is crystals, but he dies. This character he dies as the glass he pushed before. And all that connection means, okay, the director has ideas when I rewatch it, obviously, not when I was a teenager.
Right.
But yes, it was it was an incredible movie.
It's interesting because I haven't seen the movie, but I did read about it on Wikipedia actually a couple months ago, so I have a little familiarity with it. And I know that there's a scene also where he throws himself off of a roof with one of the other characters to kill the other character,
Okay.
which kind of also ties in with what you just said there about, you know, knocking the thing off the table and then, you know, falling on the crystal. So
Yeah. Guillermo del Toro has a lot of symbolism like this in his career. But I guess something that really felt in love was I saw a movie with Kronos with an Argentinian actor speaking as me in a horror movie.
Yeah.
And it was really, really interesting for me because probably was the first horror movie from Argentina. It is not Argentina; it's Mexican movie, but the main role is Argentina, so I felt more close to me.
Yeah.
And I said, "Wow, it is possible." And probably it was one of the I don't know most successful in terms of quality of movie in genre and horror genre in Latin America.
Mm-hmm. Understandable why you would identify with the Argentinian as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let's
Probably
see.
it's too much. It is a big difference with the accent from Mexico to the accent from Argentina.
Yes.
And
Yes.
when you saw when I was teenage, it's no use, easy to find horror movie from Argentina. That's
Mhm.
why the real shock to me.
Yes.
Yeah. And you are not kidding. This man he's in a few movies. Wow.
Loopy.
Yeah. I met him. I met him. Big friend of mine shot one of his last movies called The Corporation, and my wife was part of the crew.
Nice.
I met him. Nice guy.
Very cool. Let's see. Any scary dreams as a teen?
Scary dreams? Sorry?
Yes.
In your teenagers?
Scary dreams?
Actually, you know what? I forgot to ask that question for the childhood too. So childhood or teenagers?
Okay. You mean nightmares?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Or like reoccurring dreams.
But I forget everything. I forget that. I remember only one in the train station when the train is starting to move, and I wasn't in the train. My mother was there, but I'm in the station. I couldn't reach it, and it was really shocking to me.
Mm-hmm.
But when I was teenager, I can remember something that really make some trauma to me. But I'm honest, I don't used to dream. When I dream is I don't know, one per month. I have a dream. Probably I have a really deep sleep, but when I get nightmares, I was really hard for me because I'm a fucking son of a bitch against me. Because they are really shocked.
Okay.
And I remember,
so like your nightmares have to make up for lost time because you have so few of them, and also with your creativity and the graphicness of your stories that you come up with, your dreams are a little more extra than other nightmares, I would imagine.
Yeah. I have a sleep paralysis after know what is sleep paralysis, which it means weird. Because when I've been screening Terrified, some guy came and said, "Hey, this guy from your movie is like a sleep paralysis, blah, blah, blah." And I remember at some point, someday I had the sleep paralysis. I saw a man closing me, and I woke up and I couldn't react during, I don't know, 1 minute. I was really scared. And when I woke up, I said, "I'm a fucking son of a bitch against me." Yeah, I forget myself. But yes, I had one time sleep paralysis, and it was horrible.
I've had it a few times, not since my 20s. I had it a lot in my 20s, but then it went away. But it was scary for me because at the time I didn't know what sleep paralysis was. I didn't find out until like I was in my 30s. And then, then I went, oh, okay, now I understand.
Yeah.
But it was scary in my 20s because, I am not very religious. I was raised Roman Catholic, but, I don't practice. But it had me wondering for a minute there. What's going on?
Yeah, when you don't know what sleep paralysis is and it just happens to you and you've never heard of it before, so you don't have that definition, that could be a fairly scary thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's see. Was there ever a time in your teenage years when you felt exceptionally calm or safe or happy?
When I was teenage, I don't know. I used to have long relationship. I don't know. My girlfriend was 7 years relationship, and I guess I felt comfortable.
It's a long relationship for a teenager. It's
I started my first relationship when I was teenager. I was 16 years old till 20 years old, and my second relationship was from 20 to 27. Long relationship, and I guess I felt comfortable to I don't know. I have sure that somebody loves me, and it made me feel good. But I have my wild side, which it means my friends, the beer, the metal music, and I don't know. I feel Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde in my teenage. But I guess I feel I don't know if I'm getting with the answer or the question. The question probably is too abstract for me in this moment. I can't remember.
Well, it was about if there was a time where you felt especially happy in teenage years. But it sounds like you're saying
happy was when I was in really drunk in a bar. It was a crash car outside.
Oh,
and when I go outside, was 2 car flip in the street, and the driver was fighting each other. And I was with my friends, and I said, "This is the best moment of my life."
Okay,
it's it was incredible. Because I don't know, because I felt really as I said, because I was in a good period of time. I have my girlfriend. I have a good work. When I was 18 years old, I have money in my wallet.
And you're not the asshole fighting in the middle of the road after wrecking your car.
Yeah. And but in that I remember that moment how saying, "This is 18 years old, best moment." I guess I will remember every.
Okay.
But yes, it's easy for me to. I'm not too much ambitious.
It's kind of funny you say that, because what I was going to bring up is I don't know if you're familiar with this author Joseph Campbell. Chris likes a joke that I bring him up a lot, but
that's $1.
Yes. One of the things that he said in one of his interviews is that he said, "I don't think that people are looking for a reason or a purpose in life. They just want to feel alive."
Yeah.
That makes sense to me.
And so that moment that you're talking about there, you're hanging out with your friends, you're drunk at a bar, there's an accident outside, you go out, there's, excitement, people are, in a fight. It's just like, wow, I'm alive. There's no purpose necessarily. It's just the experience.
Yes. It's the correct moment in the correct place, in the correct night, in the correct beer.
Just perfect.
Yeah. All right, moving into adult years. You mentioned that some of the big movies for you as an adult have been The Ring and Juan. What do you like about those movies?
The Ring, the original Ring, I saw it in VHS, but the original, the remake, I saw the remake first, and it really scared me. And I guess the moment who shocked me is the same moment that shocked everybody, and who is where I don't know who found the dead woman in the bathroom, and that moment was incredible.
It's a very well done jump scare.
Yeah, really well done. Yes, and Sean the same. Sean Terrified had a lot of things from Sean, because it's the structure, how you tell the story, how you go to the past, you are in the present. Now, what happened with this character? I mean, Bill Pullman commits suicide, and then the next scene he's alive. And I took a lot of things from Sean, from The Grudge, I mean, the same movie, for Terrified. And really scared me, really scared me. I remember I was riding my first movie as writer for another director. And the director says, you must to see this movie because this movie you must to write it in the script. And yes, was really, really, really hard.
Mhm.
And after those movies, Japanese horror doesn't make me feel the same
Mhm.
because the repetition, probably the same kind of ghost stories, ghost source.
You can definitely see the influences from Ju-on in Terrified. God, some of
Absolutely,
those
yeah.
scenes are just. I love this silent, pregnant pauses, and then the creepy feet going by as you have like an under the bed scene, which is
Yeah,
again very well.
yeah. Yes, absolutely.
What about Pan's Labyrinth?
Pan's Labyrinth was another emotional movie, and again, the language has something important for me to watch. So I grew up watching horror movie, probably dub in Spanish, which is not the same when you watch the movie with your language.
Right.
And when I was a teenager until adult, you see movies in English, horror movies in English. So the language was really important for me to involve with this character and how it managed the fantasy with a dramatic historic moment from Spain, which took us as Argentinian. You know, we share almost the same culture with Spain and Italy, and well, then the monster and the ending of this movie when the bad guy of the movie is speaking his last words and saying to his baby how he wants to be
Remembered.
remember, yeah. And the woman shook the head and say, your son won't know who you are." And was incredible ending. For me, was I don't know, one of the best ending of movies. And again, how it was shooting. When I saw it, obviously I was involved. I guess was with my first movies or my first short movies, so I know something about how is the camera moving, how the actors are when the actors are good or not, and the story was amazing. Was amazing how Guillermo could reach the fantasy and the realism, and even do not abandon his style. And yeah, this is for me probably his best movie. One of the best movies, obviously, in horror from Spanish language.
Let's see. Scary dreams or reoccurring nightmares as an adult? Colonoscopy.
Can't remember. I can remember. Probably my wife if abandoned me, or he goes with another asshole. And this kind of dream, yes, is frequently. And when I woke up, I hate her. Yeah. It took me a couple of hours to say, no, you don't betray me. I know.
So, has there been a time in your adult life when you have been exceptionally happy or peaceful?
Oh, yeah, peaceful. Yeah, I can remember that. I can remember a couple of because I have a lot of luck. I'm a lucky guy now. I fought a lot of my career to have the place that I'm now. I guess I reached the peaceful after probably after see how Terrified changed my life. One of the best moments was to share the screening of Terrify with Guillermo.
See all the people and all the fans.
No. When was I was in a micro theater watching the movie only with Guillermo del Toro beside me, and he because we we would try to we were trying to make the remake of that movie. But that moment was, hey, I'm beside of my idol in my left, and he's punching me, saying which each horror moment or jump scare, he's saying, "You're a cabron, man." I can't explain that.
No, it's
And
fantastic.
it's
You got him.
Yeah, even it happened to me a lot of times, and even now I'm in a couple of hours I will meet to Slash. I will meet to Slash. Yeah, Guns N' Roses guitar player.
That's Slash. Okay.
Yeah, because he's in Argentina, he wanted to see me. We became not friends, but we became people asked, okay, send a message. Okay, where are you? I'm in LA. Yeah, came here. I'm in the studio. I go. I mean, I have a poster from Slash 10 years in my teenage in my wall. Saying that, they say, hey, I'm a lucky guy now.
Yes.
Yep. Yes, you are.
Because I can reach my dreams. Even I don't remember the dream, but I was a child. Yes, and say it made me feel okay, comfortable with my career, with my life. Saying, okay, I get what I wanted, to have a recognition, to have a work. I mean, to have an offer to work. And after one Sitges Film Festival, as the first time that a Latin American movie won that prize, I said, well, yes, I'm okay now with me and with my career, with my movies. Yeah, there's a lot of that. And yeah.
Yes. It doesn't happen overnight, but it is nice once you get there.
Yeah.
It's happened in 3 hours.
Yeah. So going to ask a pair of questions again, starting with the negative so we can end on the positive. Do you remember the last person you hurt?
The last person I hurt, obviously, I guess it was my previous girlfriend, because I betrayed her with my wife. I guess it was the last one I heard.
Okay.
Obviously, it was not my fault. It was fault of my wife.
Obviously, I mean.
Wow. On the plus side, she's your wife now. So there's that.
I guess I'm some kind of regret, but I think yes, it was the last one I heard, and I think I would love to be. I think to be different. But you never know how to do that kind of thing. But yes, I guess it was my last girlfriend.
Okay. Do you remember the last person you helped?
Yes, he still owe me $500.
That's one we don't get that often. Financial assistance, yeah.
No. I know. I remember I remember that friend of mine, and you make me remember another one that owe me $5,000.
Oh wow!
For a movie.
Well, you're welcome for the reminder. Go get that money.
Yeah. I will see the movie in a couple of weeks, and I borrow him money for that movie, and he promised me to give me back 6 months ago. But I don't know. I will see the movie in 2 weeks, and I will accept that I'm paying the ticket more expensive of my life.
Yes. You would not be the first person who has done that.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I think it was probably the most famous example of that. I think the Beatles financed Monty Python's Search for the Holy Grail just because they wanted to see the movie. So
that's good.
You're
I don't ever want to see the movie. I want my $5,000. My friend came when you have a heartbroken problem I can talk about that, but no more money.
Yeah. Well, like I say, hopefully the movie will be successful, and then he can pay you back.
I hope so.
So this would probably be the spot where we would talk about any themes that keep cropping up multiple times in the call, and then talk about maybe why those themes intersect with the horror genre. Really, the biggest topic for you that's been coming up multiple times is about relationships. You mentioned your mom. The best time of your childhood was time spent with your mom. The nightmare that you had recently, or when you were a kid, was about being split from your mom. Your grandmother snoring during the thing. Your relationship with your father. You were upset that the relationship had kind of split you apart after the divorce. But there was also a connection there because The Serpent and the Rainbow and The Exorcist, The Poltergeist, The Entity. These movies that I think you said you had watched with him in some of those cases. Long relationships with your girlfriend, 16 to 20, 20 to 7, for example, or 20 to 27, I should say.
Yeah.
You brought up relationships with your friends, multiple places. Also, the relationship with yourself, identifying with the Argentinian actor in Kronos, relating to the language in Pan's Labyrinth. Also, Pan's Labyrinth, potentially a relationship there with the father. Maybe not the same as the relationship with your father, but there was a connection there. And also the experience of being alive was sort of a minor topic. If we talk about like a college degree, a major and a minor, the minor would be this experience of being alive, which relationships are part of our experience of being alive. It's just one facet, if you will, of that experience of being alive. So I guess the first question is, do you think that this is an accurate summary of, the importance to you of, what's important in horror? Or do you think there's something else in the genre that is more important to you that we've missed?
No, I guess you have you got everything from me, and it surprised me you understand me my English, and you can interpret me because your question was really I don't know how to define in English, but you accurate, really good question. Probably a lot of question from you never made to me anybody, not even journalist.
Thank you. We try.
And I'm not I don't went to therapist before. I went a couple of times, but not a lot. I mean, only 2 sessions. And when my therapist says, "Do what you want,"
that's good therapy. Do what makes you happy. Yeah.
Yeah. And the next session, I say, I don't want to go there.
Well, there you go. Problem solved.
Problem solved. Problem solved. Yeah. But you define me really very very well, and even today is my Mother's Day, and I was with my mother, have a breakfast. Well, I was, and I said, I need to abandon you because I have a podcast.
Well, tell her we're very sorry.
I don't want it.
And now you can go back.
Yeah.
No, I go to Slash. I say no. After that, I would.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Slash is much more important.
Yeah, absolutely. But yes. No. I guess it's something there. It's something obviously in my head, which is manifesting all the time. When I made my first movie, which is called The Last Gateway, it's a guy who has an entrance. I mean, a gate to hell in his belly.
Okay.
So, I mean, in his stomach, and monster came out from that belly all the time and attack him and whatever. My mother said, after a year, I made that movie. I said, yeah, you made that movie because you have reflux all the time. That's true. I had reflux all the time because I had stomach problem, which I solved it past year making a surgery. And I guess I cannot recognize what are the themes from my movie after shoot it and after make it. But my mother all the time is saying, you kill a mother in your movie, so you want to kill me. My sister came in and said, stop kill women because you are killing me too. So I said, what the fuck is going happening with this woman? So,
Right.
yeah, but I don't want to kill them. But in some point, it's some relationship with my people. I mean, my family are all women because my father passed away when I was 12, and only I had my two grandmothers, my mother and my sister.
Right.
The father are my friends.
Mm-hmm.
And something happened when I shoot, when I write. I don't have kids. I don't want to have children. And you see my movies, and I kill children in all my movies. Something is that you said is true. It's my pathology. But I'm a normal guy. Don't worry for me.
You know, one of the things that I like to say in terms of visuals, if you imagine being on a street corner and you look up and see the street sign and it says, you know, north in one direction, south in the other direction. To me, this is like fear and desire. That if we know what we fear, sometimes it teaches us something about what we desire. Sometimes if we know what we desire, it teaches us something about what we fear.
Ooh, that's deep.
And, you know, sometimes you identify what you value only when it's in danger.
Mm-hmm.
And so, you know, normally I don't like to put words into our guests' mouths to say, you know, is this what you get out of horror? But, you know, one of the follow-up questions here, once we've identified what is important to you, is to ask why horror? Because could you, for example, explore relationships and the value of relationships in other genres? And you definitely could, because relationships, you know, there's rom-coms, there's drama, there's all kinds of different things.
Yep.
So, you know, why do you think horror speaks to you in those terms?
In this point of view, is a good question. I told you I was a bully brain when I was a kid, and I guess I'm still playing with that idea to make you uncomfortable, make you some kind of joke, trying to shock you, trying to scare you, trying to make you feel bad with my horror ideas. I think the black humor is what rules in my life with my friends. For me, is making horror is like making a big comedy of black humor. And then another point is I love monsters. Since I was a child, my icons was Freddy Borges and Freddy Krueger and Jason Borges. My friend of the same age didn't know them. When I was 9 years old, I draw Jason in my comic strips. I said, no, my when they choose Spider-Man or probably Superman, I choose Jason because I love the monsters. And I grew up loving monsters. I don't want to use the same phrase as Guillermo del Toro, but yes, I love monsters, and I try to invent my own monsters. And I guess it's the genre is a good way to, yes, absolutely, yes. You can put you things, you trauma, you what are you thinking about the society, about politicals in your in your art. And I try to do that, or I probably I did in some movies, and I did in another. But the most important for me is to create some life in the monsters, to create mythologies, universe, and be proud of that. That's why I'm trying to find some new waves or new shapes for the horror. Trying to find it doesn't mean I get it, but I try it. I don't know. But yes, obviously, I love to know how the people has a bad moment with my ideas.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm a bad guy.
Something that has occurred to me at different points in my life, there are different ways about how can I say this? Different types of humor relating to boundaries. And if you think about being a kid, if you have a sibling, there's that the joke, "I'm not touching you," pretending to almost touch.
Stop hitting yourself.
Right. Well, no, not that.
No,
that's different because that is crossing a boundary. But the "I'm not touching you," it's but I need to know where the boundary is in order to be able to make fun of it.
Okay.
But there's also two things here, because some people will make that joke in more of an abusive sense of saying, "I could touch you if I wanted to," but other people, they don't. There's no intention to hurt. It's almost more of a camaraderie thing of, "I'm not going to hurt you. I'm just teasing you," but we share something because I know where the boundary is. I'm going to respect it, and I even maybe enjoy a little bit of the fact that I know where your boundary is, because that's not something that you necessarily would share with a stranger. Particularly between siblings, it can be a little more uncomfortable when it's not somebody you're related to, maybe, or sometimes even ones you are. But it can be uncomfortable when you don't know what the intention of the other person is. But it doesn't always necessarily have to be a bad thing. But you have to get to know who the other person is before you can tell.
Yeah.
Well, I think we have a pretty good idea of what's important to you and why you like horror. Is there anything that you feel you didn't get a chance to say? Maybe we asked a question and you thought of something, and then the conversation changed.
No. I guess it's pushing to the limits. I'm thinking what you said recently, and is the relationship between siblings. Is pushed to the limits. I had when I was kid really bad relationship with my sister, and she was a bully with me.
Okay, I can relate. I had an older sister.
And that's why when we grow up, obviously, and we are adults now. But that's why when I kill a woman in my movies, she says,
"You're getting back at me."
And probably yes.
Maybe a little subconsciously, maybe.
Yeah. So I kill a lot of women in my movies. Yeah, I did previous movies before Terrify. I did 3 more movies, and yes, but yeah, I think everything is in what I should as an artist is in my life. Not the monster, probably the monster. Yes, monster. But no. The fantasy at the bottom of the fantasy is something. There's something real in my life. But at the same time, I'm not an obscure person. I'm not a dark guy. No, just the opposite. I'm really, really happy all the time with my people. So don't think when you see one of my movie, I am the movie. I used to take themes. I used to take elements from my life to play in my movies, but then my movies are not. My life is not so dramatic as my movies.
That's why they're movies.
Yes.
Cool. Well, before we hit the closing here, do you want to remind everybody what you're currently working on?
Yeah,
8 things. Was it 8 and then like 4 more?
There's a lot of project. I'm a project with the Scott Derrickson production. We are trying to shoot it in down here, or in Spain. Then I'm involved in Terrified movie for big studio. There's another big studio who is producing me the development of a book, but I cannot say the names. I cannot say the book because I'm not allowed to do that. I love to do that, but I cannot.
Got an NDA.
Sorry for that. but yes, I'm busy. At the same time, I'm really desperate for a green light because I'm waiting a long time ago. But this is the story of my life, the story of the life of all the directors around the world.
It's a story of cinema. Sometimes you have to sit on a production for years, if not decades.
Yeah, which is why he's got 8 things in the.
Yeah, right. There you go. It's like Wayne Gretzky.
I appreciate this conversation. It was, I guess, extremely different podcast and interview that I never had. I'm very proud. Thank you for giving me a practice in English 2 hours before my meeting with Slash.
There you go. Before your meeting with Slash, you're welcome.
Our pleasure. And again, thank you for your time. We'll put together. I'm going to get with you offline, and we'll put together a bio page and link to whatever it is you want us to link to. And anybody who has heard this interview who wants to come, find out more about you and your work, can come to Horror Makes Us Happy. Go to the episodes page and look for your name and click on that, and then they'll go to your bio page and they can link to whatever it is that you want to link to. So again, thank you, and thank you to anybody out there listening. Like I said, if you want to find out more about Demian, go to the episodes page as we just described. Otherwise, if you like what we're doing, tell a friend.